Bachelor Carolina Quixano details epilepsy journey. Bachelor contestant Carolina Sofia Quixano has been at the center of some drama involving Rose. She was hurt over something that was supposedly said behind her back. In the end, she confronted Grant Ellis and things were worked out. Along with the drama which was resolved, Carolina revealed her health struggles to Grant. She shared that she has epilepsy, and now she is opening up even more about all she's been through with the disease. What did she have to say? Keep reading to get all the details. Bachelor contestant Carolina Quixano shares more on epilepsy. Bachelor fan favorite Carolina Sofia Quixano is opening up more about her epilepsy journey. She shared more about her diagnosis and what she's been through on social media. On Instagram, Carolina opened up about how hard it has been. She also shared a video of her speaking with Grant Ellis about it all. In her post, she said, "My epilepsy journey has been the heaviest secret to carry for the past 15 years. I was so ashamed for so long because I was made to feel like a total freak, for lack of a better word, by people I surrounded myself with. When my symptoms started at 13, and my tremors made me drop things, my friend constantly acted repulsed and said I freaked her out. Since then, I dreaded anyone seeing me in the mornings until I felt my tremors were under control." She went on to say that she suffered in silence for a long time. Doctors were not able to diagnose her until she had her first grand mal seizure at the age of 17. Even many of her close friends didn't know of her disease until recently. Carolina never wanted to feel like an inconvenience or want anyone to feel sorry for her. She also didn't want any limits placed on her. She even worried production would kick her off the show because she was too much of a liability. How is she doing now? Carolina Quixano shared that after she revealed her diagnosis to Bachelor Grant Ellis, she felt a weight had been lifted from her shoulders. She's now been 2 years seizure-free. Carolina continues to be surrounded by people who love and accept her. Carolina also shares that she's grateful to be able to be in contact with others who have suffered from this disease as well. She ended her post by thanking production and Grant. Carolina said, "A big shout out to production for taking such great care of me, and to Grant for handling this sensitive subject with so much grace. I'll never forget the kindness you all showed me. Thank you for finally making me feel seen." What do you think about Carolina opening up about her journey with epilepsy? Do you know anyone who has this disease? Stay tuned for more updates on all your Bachelor Nation favorites. Jamie is a nurse and a mom of boys whose true passion is writing. She loves reality, cooking, and paranormal tales. Jamie has been writing online for several years. Bachelor Carolina Quixano details epilepsy journey, a story of strength, resilience, and advocacy. Carolina Quixano never expected her journey on The Bachelor to be defined by anything other than romance and adventure. As a vibrant, charismatic contestant vying for love, she embraced the experience with excitement, never revealing to the world the silent battle she had fought her entire life. But as time passed, Carolina knew her story needed to be told, not just for herself, but for the millions living with epilepsy who often remain unseen, unheard, and misunderstood. The hidden struggle growing up in Miami, Carolina had always been an overachiever. Whether it was excelling in academics, sports, or later building her career in digital marketing, she refused to let anything stand in her way. Yet, behind her determined facade lay a deeply personal struggle. Diagnosed with epilepsy at the age of 8, she spent years hiding her condition from friends, fearing it would define her. "I didn't want to be the girl with epilepsy," Carolina recalls. "I wanted to be normal. I wanted to live without the fear of a seizure changing how people saw me." Her parents, a pillar of support, worked tirelessly to ensure she had access to the best medical care. But there were still limitations. Medications that left her fatigued, side effects that made her feel detached, and, most painfully, the unpredictability of seizures themselves. Despite this, Carolina refused to let epilepsy control her. She threw herself into everything she did, determined to carve out a life that was not defined by her condition. It wasn't until she was cast on The Bachelor that she realized just how much she had been suppressing her truth. When Carolina joined The Bachelor, she saw it as a fresh start, a chance to find love, explore new experiences, and push herself out of her comfort zone. She debated whether to disclose her epilepsy to producers, but ultimately decided against it. "I thought, this is my journey for love, not my journey with epilepsy," she explains. "I wanted the chance to be seen for who I was, without the stigma." However, reality television can be unpredictable. The stress of filming, erratic sleep schedules, and high emotions took their toll. On a particularly grueling day during a group date, Carolina felt the familiar warning signs: an aura, a wave of dizziness, a sudden sense of detachment. Before she could react, she collapsed in front of the cameras. The production team quickly stepped in, medical staff was called, and Carolina was taken to a private location to recover. While the episode never aired the full details, word got out. The Bachelor fandom buzzed with speculation. Instead of shying away, Carolina chose to use the moment as an opportunity to educate. Breaking the silence. The following week, Carolina took to social media with a heartfelt post. "For years, I've hidden this part of myself out of fear. But today, I choose honesty. I have epilepsy, and I am not ashamed." The response was overwhelming. Messages poured in from fans, many sharing their own experiences with epilepsy, thanking her for her courage. Parents of children with epilepsy expressed gratitude, seeing Carolina as a role model for resilience and self-acceptance. It was then that she realized her journey on The Bachelor was bigger than a search for love. It was a platform to bring awareness to a cause close to her heart. Embracing advocacy. Following her time on the show, Carolina became a fierce advocate for epilepsy awareness. She partnered with organizations like the Epilepsy Foundation, spoke at conferences, and used her growing platform to shatter misconceptions. "People assume epilepsy looks one way," she says. "But it's different for everyone. It doesn't mean we're weak. It doesn't mean we can't have successful careers, relationships, or lives full of adventure." She also opened up about the difficulties, how insurance struggles, medication costs, and societal stigma made epilepsy more than just a medical condition. It was a daily fight for understanding and acceptance, finding love and self-love. Though Carolina didn't leave The Bachelor with an engagement ring, she left with something even more valuable: self-acceptance. Shortly after the show, she met someone who embraced every part of her, including her epilepsy. "For so long, I thought I had to hide," she says. "But the right person will love you for everything that makes you, you." Now, Carolina continues her work in advocacy while living a life full of adventure, proving that epilepsy does not define her, it empowers her. As she puts it, "The biggest love story I found wasn't with a bachelor. It was with myself."